Hi traders, today we're going to go through range trades, how we identify a range trade and how I look to trade range trades and give you some options on how we can make some money on them. So I'll start off quickly just running through what a trend is. So on this chart you can see we've got an uptrend that I'm marking, so it's forming higher highs, higher lows, and then what tends to happen is price moves a certain distance and then loses its momentum and price starts to move sideways. So obviously if the market could keep up the momentum and it was all continuously trending, trading the Forex would be a hell of a lot easier. But we have to accept that the market will move sideways. So when we see the market moving sideways, I'd classify this as moving in a ranging market. So the best way to check to see if we're in a ranging market is look at the swing points. So if it's unable to make new highs or new lows, we're in a range. So as you can see, price made a high here and a new low. Couldn't make a higher high, but it was in the same area as that previous high. Again, another low, test, low. So the first thing I want to do is mark the high and the low of the range, because these are the two areas we're looking for price action setups. With me it's all about trading the levels and using the price action to get me into the trades. So as you can see, this is the high of the range and this is the low of the range. So how do we trade a range trade? Well, the first thing I do is I look what the momentum was before we entered this range. So as you can see, price came from below and was moving up, so we were in an uptrend. So what I like to do is I like to look for bullish setups at the low of the range. So set up, say here, to get back into that momentum. Taking a trade at the high is not something I look to do, because I like to use that momentum that we had before the range market, because I just find it puts the odds a lot more in our favour. So obviously if we had been in a downtrend before this range market, I'd be looking to take a trade back up here. Obviously we need a couple of swing points, a couple of highs and a couple of lows to be able to determine that it's a range market. It needs this. Obviously this was the first high, this was the second high, so now we're looking for a test on the third. So we've got these two highs confirming that it's not making new highs, and also we've got the lows confirming that it's unable to make new lows, so it's range bound. Another alternative to taking range trades, if you don't want to take them from the extremes, is just to wait for the range to break out. So for example, if we were looking at this high of the range, we can see price broke out, and then we'd be looking for a pullback and a retest with a price action to trigger us into a trade to take a long. Alternatively, if price fell lower, we'd look for a pullback, a retest of this area, so this old support would be now a resistance if we got a price action set up to confirm that this level was holding, and we take a short to push price lower. I think the biggest problem we find when we're taking range trades is you'll get a lot of candles within the range, sort of wicks on either side, on the high and the low of the candles. So price moves sideways, and you get quite a lot of resistance areas. So it can be quite tricky to trade compared to taking trend trades. So I hope this video has just highlighted what a range trade is, the options we've got to trade the range markets. I've got a website, dontlettheforexdriveyouupthewall.com, that again has got lots of information and articles explaining how I trade the Forex markets. If you've enjoyed this video, give me a like or a nice comment. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.